What you gonna do? I don't know. Do what you wanna do, Ike. I don't care. Let me tell you what I'm gonna do. I got a room full of people who come to see me. You hear me, Ike? Come to see me.
I just finished watching What's Love Got to Do with It, which focuses on Tina Turner and her relationship with Ike Turner.
What's love got to do with it?
I will be honest and say that this is the first time I've ever watched this movie. I've heard of this movie, but I have never actually gotten around to seeing it until this time. So this is my first impression. How this movie started off. I have seen the clip and I actually love it so much just because it starts off with this little girl in church singing Light of Mine, and she's like getting so into it. She's so excited to be singing it. The choir director is like, no, you need to sing it how it should be sang. You can't be adding all these ad libs. You can't be adding all this stuff to it. Like, sing it how everyone else is singing it. And the girl is just like she's so happy to be there. She's just like, yeah, like she's like adding all this stuff. And the choir director eventually like kicks her out. And I felt so bad for her in that moment because I was just like, you just saw the joy, you just saw the happiness in her face. And that choir director was like, nah, we ain't doing that type of singing in this church. I never knew that this was from What's Love Got to Do with It. And that was like baby Tina Turner, Anna Mae Bullock is her actual name. Learned that in the movie too. And I had heard about Tina and Ike's relationship and kind of like the negative stuff about it. And in the movie, you kind of like saw that. And I will say their relationship, like, oh, just watching this movie honestly made me really mad because the part that I had an issue with, and I know it's a movie, I know, like, you know, they changed some parts just to make it for a movie, so it's like more watchable. But my part about what Tina was experiencing from Ike is how the people in their inner circle knew it was happening, and only like one person tried to help her. Everyone else was just like, oh, this is normal, this is okay to do, and they just let it happen. And that to me is kind of like the most heartbreaking thing, just because I was just like, you see this woman in pain and no one was really helping her, and that honestly kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. It kind of broke my heart because I had heard about the relationship. That was pretty much the extent. Like, I was like, oh yeah, but actually like seeing it in video form and just actually seeing what the relationship was and how it was not the best relationship either, just because Ike started off like really sweet, really nice, really like a ladies' man, and then after he married Tina, in the movie at least, that's kind of when his personality changed. Like, I don't think it really changed. I think it's kind of, he was hiding it until after he had married Tina, and then the real Ike came out. And it was just, he would get so upset when Tina would be successful by herself and not include him. Like, his big thing was anytime Tina did something, it needed to include Ike Turner. And so that was a lot of the abuse that Tina would experience in this movie, was because people were wanting her, people were in awe of Tina, and he was like, I created you. I'm your name. Like, he was kind of like a narcissist and just really was controlling too. And I'm so glad like she was able to get out of that situation. And this movie came out in 1993. And one of the things I 100% miss about old movies is how at the end of the movies, they have like the words about what happened with the people. So you kind of got to see that in this movie. So you kind of got summed up because Ike ends up getting arrested. And then Tina, What's Love Got to Do with It, ends up being like a breakout, her single song. And then the record, like, she wins record of the year because of it. Her album goes platinum, and she created this at like 44 years old. So it was like, can she really start a new career at that age? And she did. I honestly like learned a lot going into watching this movie. And the cool thing too that I learned before I actually watched this is, as you know, Angela Bassett plays Tina Turner, but the singing in this movie was actually Tina Turner. Like, she went and recorded the songs, and Angela Bassett in the movie, she was just basically lip singing her. So you actually got to hear Tina, but like come out of Angela, and come out of Miss Angela. So I kind of thought that was something different too, in like kind of like a biopic, because usually like when you have biopics, it's like the person who's acting or the one singing it, but to actually hear the real person and the fact that she was involved in it, like I think this whole story was kind of based off her autobiography a little bit, so we are seeing it more from Tina Turner's point of view. You know, like there's inconsistencies, but I just definitely thought it was an interesting movie. Lawrence Fishburne was Ike, and he did a good job because I did not like his character at all, and I do kind of feel like they missed development in kind of like both of the characters. Like, to me, part I didn't really see is like for their relationship, like it didn't really seem like you got snippets of like the good part. It's kind of like just jumped ahead and you didn't really get as invested in their actual relationship. But I do appreciate the growth that we saw in Tina through the course of this movie. Like, you saw her as a kid with all the excitement, all the joy of just being able to sing. Then she ends up falling for Ike and getting involved with him. And so like at first she's like happy, she's like, this is amazing, this is my dream. And then as their relationship went on, she just kind of like started downfalling a little bit. And then by the end of the movie, like she's on her way back up because she's rediscovered herself and who she needs to be as a person and she like rediscovered herself, and that was a big thing. So kind of like learning more about the stories, because I feel like for me, I can't speak for everyone, but a lot of times like you just listen to music and you don't actually understand the story of the people, like what they went through to make this song for you. So that's why this month for me is like really interesting, because I'm learning more about I'm saying I'm learning based on the movies and my little research I do afterwards, but I just thought it was really interesting. And yeah, so let me know if you've seen What's Love Got to Do with It recently, what you thought when you saw it. But it was definitely interesting, just kind of diving more into the story. Like, it had some good parts, it had bad parts, it had parts that they could have like done something more with. So you kind of got a mix of everything in this movie, like pretty much a grab bag movie. Like, you got some good, you got some bad, you got some, oh, they could have done this better. But yeah, so yeah, let me know what you think, and I'll see y'all for my next video.
This has been another episode of Real Talk with Noelle.